to the Feed King Show. The Feed King Show. She was having technical issues. She still kind of is, but listen, we figure it out in the middle of the occurrence. Meaning, sometimes if you don't know how to swim, you just got to jump in that water and tread, doggy paddle, float. None of the things that I can do. And that's a whole other story about me and my non-swimming grown self. What's up, sis? How are you? Welcome to the Feed King Show. I'm gonna see if I can sit this down. So the Feed King Show is all about who are you? What do you do? What's your why? How in the world are you keeping this thing all together? I.e., what is your self-care modality? And I'm about to get it together. I'm about to get it together. Yes. The Feed King Show is all about who are you? What do you do? What is your why? How in the world are you keeping this thing all together? I.e., what is your self-care modality? Because I don't know about you, but life is happening. We're out here lifing, and I'm so grateful that I get to life. I get to navigate. I get to pivot. I get to change my mind. I get to make a U-turn. I get to start over. I get to start where I am. I get to start again. I said that and I meant it. So I am wearing my Guinness World Record attempt hoodie in honor of today is Marathon Monday, firstly, New York City. Yesterday was the marathon, 26 miles, and the weather was perfect. When I say perfect, I very rarely use that word, but the weather was perfect. And there's so many reasons to celebrate. So right off the bat, this is why. Oh my gosh, thank you. This is, I mean, like, talk about surprise. I am just like, oh. I am still smiling. I think just as hard as I was on this day last year, 2023, on Marathon Monday, Sekou Wrights and I, my fiance, did the marathon. So whenever someone says they did a marathon, that means they didn't finish it. I did the marathon. Sekou Wrights ran a New York City marathon for the second time. It was incredible. He asked me to do it last minute, and I was like, say, cool, you got to train for these things. He's like, no, Fee, you're in shape. You run every day. And I said, it's not the same. 26 miles of even walking, you need to train. I did not train. Mile 15, I was in an Uber. I was in an Uber. And I thought I could have walked or ran from where I caught an Uber to where Sekou lives, because I was in the Uber for almost 2 hours. That's because there was so much traffic. Oh, I wish I could have finished, because I had no idea what Sekou had planned for me. The entire time we are walking, jogging, sometimes running, sometimes me stopping and dropping it like it's hot, because Brooklyn is a whole vibe. Brooklyn, I was like, listen, Brooklyn is giving us everything. Is Brooklyn in the house? Oh my goodness. Brooklyn in Harlem, USA. Fire. Oh my goodness. He did not tell me, because it was supposed to be a surprise. And I love surprises, by the way. Like, I live for surprises. I live my life in a perpetual state of what is it? Not knowing. I live my life in a perpetual state of not knowing, which is probably why being an actor like resonated with me, because you never know if your agent's going to call ever. You never know if you're going to get the parts. You never know what casting director is going to like you, going to see your work and your worth and all the things. And you never know when you're going to get a residual check, how much it's going to be, how small it's going to be. But it's exciting. Like, I've always loved surprises. He was in possession of my engagement ring during the 2023, last year, New York City Marathon. And again, I had no idea. I left at mile 15. I was in an Uber because everything hurt. I was like, I don't really know if I can walk anymore. What had happened was literally 4 days before coming down to New York City from Baltimore to be in the marathon. Again, when someone says be in it, that means they're not running. They didn't prepare. They didn't train. That would be me. I went outside to run in Baltimore City. There was some leaves right beyond the curbs, where you park your car. I stepped down, stepped right into a hole because the leaves were covering the hole. And I was like, oh my God, this is a sign. And I was like, I'm gonna call Sekou and I'm gonna let him know, listen, I'm not gonna be able to do it. I support you. I'll be out there, with signs and cheering for you. He convinced me to do it. And when he got to the finish line, he did not finish the marathon until nighttime. It was dark. Like the police left, the barricades were put away. And I was like, that's not right. You need to, the last man standing needs to be celebrated. The last man or woman, when they cross that finish line, 26 miles, you deserve that. So I think it was NBC News. There was several news outlets there covering the marathon, and they actually covered Sekou and they interviewed him because when he got right at the finish line, he dropped down on one knee, kind of like in homage, in honor of, if my girlfriend was here, I was going to do this thing. And I was like, that is so beautiful. I didn't find any of this out until the next day. On this day, 12 months ago, Marathon Monday, I'm doing my Feet King show from Yotel. And I believe I had this hoodie on. Yes, we're recreating the moment. I was interviewing Sekou. That was a part of our plan. I was going to interview him about the marathon, his experience, training, what it was like for the second time. And we were hoping that he was going to become a Guinness World Record holder for the person who raises the most monies during a marathon. People can't donate before, they can't donate after. It has to be during your race. 2022, 4 months after he suffered a hemorrhagic stroke, he came so close. He ended up cumulatively raising $18,000. He needed to hit $25,000. What's up, Sandra? What's happening, lady? He didn't make it, but he ran an amazing race. He wanted to do it again 2023. That did not happen. I think he raised around maybe 4,000. And so I wanted to interview him. And I thought, oh no, I wonder if he's feeling some sort of way because I didn't finish the marathon with him. He says to me, and it's live because I'm doing the show from Yotel. He says, no, he said, you know what? I'll come over and explain to you. And I was like, come over? Like, I'm live. You can't really do that. And so I look up, he's walking towards me. And before he sits down on the sofa with me, it's this sofa right here, y'all. I want to show you this. And don't worry, on the gram, I will show you. It was this beautiful sofa before he could sit down. And this English couple who was visiting from England captured these moments. They captured these moments for us without us asking, because they were just like, oh my God, I think he's about to propose. He gets down on one knee and he proposes. And I'm talking, you want to talk about surprise? I was surprised. And I remember asking him, are you sure? Are you sure you want to do this? And the reason why I was asking if he's sure, because in my mind, I thought that he would feel like he needed to get further beyond his stroke. And what I'm coming to really understand is that today is not even promised. Today is not even promised. Like we'll say tomorrow's not promised, but today, right in this moment, from moment to moment, is not promised. And so I want as much time, as many days, as many hours, as many years as God will grant me with this man. And so I was just like, oh my gosh, I was wrong. And of course I said yes. And so yesterday was really special. And honestly, I was not going to go to the marathon with Sekou because I mentioned it Saturday, and he didn't respond as if he wanted to go. And so I thought, okay, maybe, he's feeling some sort of way. You left me. Say, cool, I didn't leave you. He's messaging me on StreamYard. Say, cool, I did. I was in so much pain. I was in so much pain, and I felt terrible. What's up, Donna Naturo? I felt terrible. I did. I really wanted to be at the finish line with him. But shout out to Rev Melissa. Rev Melissa, Sekou's best friend, was there. I was like, you know what? She's a rider. I said, listen, if you don't have a best friend like Rev Melissa, you need to reevaluate your friendships. And I'm thinking, do I need to reevaluate my friendships? Rev Melissa is a real one. She is a real one. Yesterday, Sekou is watching the 2024 marathon via the app. Because of his stroke, he still struggles with aphasia. Aphasia is a memory, language, and speech disorder. So he has a brain injury. Anytime someone has a stroke, depending upon the level of the stroke, you have a brain injury. And so sometimes his memory is not what it used to be. Sometimes my memory, is not what it was a couple days ago, a couple hours ago. His is heightened because of the stroke. What's up, Beauty TUAEV5? Thank you for being here. Thank you for checking out the Feking Show. We are talking about, today is my anniversary, being engaged 1 year. Today is also Marathon Monday. My fiance Sekou and I went to the marathon yesterday. I was not going to go because I'm working on my webinar, which it's tonight. So if you're interested in that, facial cupping, wood tool body contouring, Yeeso wrap, you still have time to grab your tools. I will post the link, but I digress. He gets up because he's excited. He's watching the race in real time on the app. He forgot that last year people were watching he and I on the app. He was like, really, Fee? I didn't know. I was like, yeah, that's how they knew exactly where we were. 2022, we were watching him on the app and telling him to slow down so that we could raise more money. We needed more time to raise more money. So he's enthralled about this app, and he's watching his Black Men Run brothers killing it. Like they started doing an 8-minute mile. They dropped down to 7. They are moving fast. And he jumps up. He's like, I'm going to the marathon. I was like, okay, cool. He gets out of the shower. He says, come on, Fee. And I was like, no. I said, no, Sekou. He's like, no, Fee, you're coming. I was like, no, Sekou, Fee, you're coming. I said, no, Sekou, because I want to work on my webinar. He's like, don't worry, you'll have time. He said, but I need you to come to the marathon with me. Y'all have seen Sekou, right? He's got these pretty brown eyes, these long eyelashes, and he's just so cute. And I was like, it's not easy to say no to him. I get dressed. We head out. We're on the bus stop, and we're deciding if we should take the train. I prefer the bus because it's closer to where he lives. I prefer to take the bus. It's a straight shot. We could have walked, but the Black Men brothers, the Black Men Run brothers, the BMR brothers were moving fast, and they literally were about a mile, maybe a little less than 2 miles from the finish line. So we needed to get there. The guy at the bus stop said the bus is 2 minutes away. Perfect. He's like, oh, I made a mistake. It's 19 minutes away. I was like, ain't nobody got time for that. We got to get there. Sekou wanted to call a taxi, and I said, no, that is not in alignment with our budget. I said, do we really need to spend? I mean, first of all, it's the day of the marathon. The prices are spiked. Ubers are higher. Like, I'm an Uber driver. I know. I said, Sekou, I don't feel good about that. I don't feel good about that at all. And literally, as I said, I don't feel good about that. A bicycle taxi guy pulls up. I've never experienced that. I've never had a bicycle taxi pull up and say, do you need a ride? And I looked at Sekou. He was like, They're more than taxis. And I asked the guy, I said, how much? I said, we're going to Central Park. We need to get to the finish line. He said, 20. And I was like, perfect. 20 per person. Mm-mm. I said, sir, I don't want to pay more than a taxi. He said, 15 per person. I said, that doesn't feel good to me. He said, all right, 20 flat. Let's go. Let's do it. We're in the bicycle taxi. And I said, yes, I am such a manifester. I'm such a manifester. You are such a manifester. And you are such a manifester from the smallest to the grandest. I can recall some of the most insatiable things, people, situations, circumstances I've been able to manifest. You get to be reminded today, because oftentimes we're like, you know what? I'm not getting what I want. Life is not bringing me what I want and who I want. I manifested, Sekou writes, 20 plus years ago. I manifested that bicycle taxi. It's something I have been wanting to do since the first time I came to New York with my best friend from Omaha, and Sekou was our tour guide. So this was, I think, 2020. And they're everywhere. They're all over the city. Like, I can easily catch one, but the opportunity just had not presented itself. And this was perfect. And y'all, when we got in that bicycle taxi, the guy said, do you want music? And I just said, yes. And I want you to guess. I want you to type in the comments section if you can guess what song came on, and I lost my entire mind. I was like, hey, it was like, I'm so ghetto. It was so perfect. I felt like I was in a movie. Like, it was a scene and it was being shot, and there were cameras, and there was a grip, there was a sound guy, and it was a director, and it was action, cut, take two, action, cut. It was such a vibe. And there are only a few songs that are that embody New York and embody the New York culture. And I want you to type in the comments section, what song was I vibing off of yesterday en route to the marathon? We get there, we miss the BMR brothers. That's true. First time for a robo taxi. Is that what it's called, babe? Robo taxi? Was it your first time, Sekou? I cannot wait to take the horse carriage ride. That's another one. I want to be in there. I want to be in there. I want to see the city from the vantage point of a horse buggy ride. Oh my goodness. It was magical for me. It was really beautiful and special. We get to the marathon. Sekou and I had never seen the marathon at the end. There were thousands of people. I'm talking about, it was just the most beautiful people. The runners, the people, the volunteers, the spectators. It was just everything. But let me tell you why. Okay, Donna. That's my girl. Donna, New York. Concrete jungles where dreams are made of. Yes, if only I could sing. Yes, when that song came on, I was like, I'm supposed to be up in here. Yes. That is my song. That is my everything. Oh, yes. I wanted to stand up, and I was like, no, you can't stand up. And the taxi cab driver, let me tell you, he was doing things on that bike. He was doing things that literally Sekou and I were like this. I said, he's a professional. It was everything. I was supposed to watch the tail end of that particular part of the marathon with Sekou yesterday. And let me tell you why. We get there, we realize we missed the BMR brothers. So we realized that there's a Black Girl Run runner that we wanted to see. I think she's the founder of Black Girls Run. We were about to leave. Sekou looks down and he sees, I thought I wrote it down. He sees like a sandwich board, and he's reading it. Mind you, we don't even notice right behind us, we like walk past a sofa with 3 people sitting on the sofa. We're outside, y'all. We're outside of Central Park. There's a sofa. And let me show you. Let me show you. Oh my goodness. It was just so dope. It was mid, what is it called? Sekou, help me with that name. I'm gonna get it, y'all, because they're on Instagram, and it was just so it's like you can't make it. I need to make it bigger because I can't see it from here. All right, y'all. I'm going to get the name, but basically, there are these two guys. I don't know if they're from New York, but they live in New York. And during COVID, they were moving furniture. They were moving out of an apartment. And there was a sofa, like the last thing to be moved. And so they sat it on the curb until they got the rest of the items out of the apartment. And I don't know if someone came and sat on the sofa or they just had like an aha moment. And they're like, you know what? We want to welcome people to sit on the sofa and we want to just have a conversation with them. Sekou and I asked the guy, I said, so tell me about this. He tells me what it was. And he says, if you guys have 5 minutes, you can get interviewed. He said, if you want to hang out, I was like, we got all day. Knowing I need to work on my webinar. We got to share our story. We got to share our story with these two strangers. And one of the guys, I think it was Owen. Yes, his name is Owen. Owen said, as you're sharing your story with me, I see a book. And then he said, I see several books. I said, yeah, I know. I said, listen, everyone, when they hear our story, and we've only been able to share a glimmer, like just a screenshot of our story. And it was such an honor and such a privilege. And I don't believe in accidents or coincidences. She said, I'm singing too. I believe that everything and everyone that comes into my space and that I come into their space is in divine order. There are no accidents. There are no coincidences. There are no happenstances. The fact that we got to share just a glimmer of our story was a confirmation, and it solidified everything that we both know to be true, which is the story is so impactful and it's so powerful and inspiring. Even when I share it, I'm inspired. I'm inspired by the journey. Thank you, Holly Million. Good morning. Happy Manifested Monday. So I want to share just a snippet of me and Sekou's story. Can I do that? Who wants to hear just a snippet? Give me an S in the comments. Besides Sekou, if you want to hear the middle seat, the name of it's on Instagram. They are the middle seat. I'm going to type it in IG because I want you to check out their page. And I believe our interview will post, when it's supposed to post. We'll keep you. Sandra said, S. All right. I need a couple more. Donna, what you got? Holly, what you got? Sekou, what you got? Because I'm going to do my best to knock it out of the park in 3 minutes, because I also have a reveal. A reveal. I cannot wait. This is a reveal. I already know who it's from, but I don't know what's in it, but we must get to that. And while I get into this story, I have to get into me a little hat game. Hello. All right. All right. So I'm waiting for a couple people to say, Fee, I want to hear this story. Because sometimes you see, you know of someone's story, but you don't know their glory. You don't know what they've been through, what they've endured to get to where they are. And we are just scratching the freaking A surface. I'm going to wait. 30 more seconds. 29. While I sip on my tea. Oh, cats. Okay. All right, Donna, I got you. I'm about to get to it. 10 seconds. I'm going to get to this story. Y'all ready? 5, boom, 4, 3, A, 2, A. And we're on. Sekou Wrights and I met when we were in our 30s at the African Black Film Festival in South Beach, Miami, ABFF. I was an actress coming from LA. He's a writer, journalist coming from New York. We just so happened, but not really so happened. It was divine order. We were in a writing boot camp. Me coming from LA, I'm an actor, but I had this feeling that I really am a writer. And I said, what? I just want to learn more. Let me take this writing workshop. We're in this class. We both are not feeling the instructor. She was just really negative. And I remember Sekou and I somehow converging in the hallway, and we're talking during the time that we're at the film festival, which was about maybe 3 or 4 days. It was me, Sekou, and two other people that we didn't know that we connected with. They came in from different parts of the country, and we were just friends hanging out. Sekou went shopping with us. We caught some movies, some films, and we just had a great time, great chemistry as friends. I'll never forget he had, and he still has this leather satchel that he carried. And I was like, he's so smart. He looked so intelligent. He had long dreads, he was doing, he was popping, he was looking good. However, I was in a relationship and I learned that he too was in a relationship. So we were just friends, exchanged numbers, kept in touch. Whenever he would come to LA, he would reach out to me and we'd hang out with his best friends, and then I would bring my friends. That was it for years, for about 17 years. That's how we rolled. And it wasn't until I left LA December 2016, moved to Orlando, Florida for a relationship. That relationship went south real fast, real quick. I left Orlando to move in with my sister who lived in Bowie, Maryland. During that time, several people came to Orlando and visited. Sekou was one of those people. I'll never forget, he was doing a test drive because that's what he used to do. He used to test drive cars and write about them. He had a company called Simply Rides by Sekou Writes. He came to town, I'm in town. We met up at a coffee shop. And I didn't tell him really anything that was going on, but I think he could tell, he could feel and sense that I just wasn't happy. So I leave, I'm en route to Bowie, and Sekou says to me, Fee, I want you to focus. I want you to set a timeline for yourself to live with your sister for no more than 5 months. Stack your money. And he gave me a hashtag to use, post breakup body. I was like, okay. So because he's my boy, he's my friend. And it wasn't until COVID, and it wasn't until Sekou and I joining a WhatsApp gratitude group with another friend, his best friend, my very, very good friend, Corby Marks. Shout out to Corby. Thank you, Corby. We're in this gratitude group every morning. And even throughout the day, we would just go into the group and share what we're grateful about. And something shifted for both of us. We're all getting through COVID, and Sekou is coming through Baltimore to go to Nashville for the holidays, and he stops by, and it was imperative for him to see me. And I'm working. I was like, I really don't have time, Sekou. I made time. He's helping me wrap gifts. We have a great time. He's heading off to Nashville. I'm in Baltimore, and actually I have the timeline incorrect. This was right before COVID hit. So Sekou comes to Baltimore, we hang out. He leaves early Christmas morning, heading to Nashville. And that's when our relationship shifted. And I believe it's because of the gratitude group. I got to know a different side of Sekou, and I got to share with him a different side of me. So we're dating, but it's a little weird for me because I'm thinking, I don't want to lose my friend. That's the most important to me. And what I've done is I've gained a stronger friendship. I've gained a stronger bond, and I've gained a life partner. And he's been right up under my nose for 20 years. And I would like to say to my sisters out there what's up, Trina? My sisters out there who desire a life partner, whatever that looks like for you, if that's a boyfriend, if that's a husband, if that's a life partner, if that's really what you want, to believe that it's possible and that it can happen and it will happen. It is just a matter of timing, and it has to be in your time, right? I'm sorry, it has to be in God's time when it's going to be your time. I honestly never thought I would get married. And I had a plan. Me and my girlfriends, we were going to be the Black version of the Golden Girls. Like, we were cool with that. And they're kind of mad at Sekou. They're like, Sekou done came in and messed up our plan. Just kidding. I will share more of that story because it's so involved and it's so beautiful. And of course, we get to when life throws you a curveball, because ideally, we want the road to be like this, and the road is never, it's never going to be like this. It's going to be like this, like this. It's going to be graveled, unpaved. It's going to be rocky. It's going to be hilly. Ooh, that road's going to be steep. And God is going to get you from where you are on that road to where you want to be. Y'all know what I'm about to do. Sorry, not sorry. I know you're not sorry, Sekou, right? I love a good unwrapping. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, and I'm a star. Whoa, whoa. Might not know it now. Baby, you'll find out I'm a star. Thank you so much. These are compliments of Her Glow Candy Shop. You can get, oh, Ife, what? Sorry, y'all. Oh my gosh. Like, her earrings make you want to plan a special night out. Oh my goodness. Real quick. Okay, we're a little over time, but that's okay. Oh, these are stunning. These are stunning. These are stunning. These are stunning. These are so me. Thank you so much. Her Glow Candy Shop, made in Chicago. I have a feeling that these might be by one of her collaborators. So we're going to have Ife on the show so that we can talk about this. And I would like to do a giveaway. So pretty, right? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm just so excited. I don't know what to do. Y'all, come on now. These are like my hair. These are like my hair. I would like to do a giveaway to support one beautiful, glowing, shining, powerful woman on Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn. So stay tuned for that. I am going to do a giveaway. These earrings right here, I'm a star, are some of my favorites. I have a pair though, and so I would like to gift these. So help me come up with a cool promotion to do a live giveaway. But these are mine. These are mine. These are mine. All right, y'all. Thank you for being with me on the Fee King Show. Thank you for helping me to celebrate 1 year engagement. And I know everyone's asking when. We got you. We'll let you know when. But one of the things that I would like to know from you is, what do you think about getting married in the swankiest, most exquisite, the dopest coffee shop? Because y'all know I'm a coffee connoisseur. I'm a coffee connoisseur, and I love a good coffee shop. I have one in mind. It's in Nashville, but let me know. Shout out the dopest coffee shop. Send me a picture, send me a link, because we're making this happen in 2025, the early part of 2025. And again, I got a call from my cousin last night. Shout out to Michaela Westbrook, and she was like, "Sophie, we want to make sure that we didn't miss the announcement and the invitation." I was like, wow. I said, girl, it hasn't come out yet. I said, but stay tuned, because we're doing something extraordinary, something very unique, something very much so outside of the box. We don't draw inside of lines. And Michaela was like, of course, Fee, like, that's who you are, and that's who Sekou is. So stay tuned for more, and God willing, I will see you on the other side of health and wellness, which is Monday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am Fee King, your local fitness go-to girl. He is Sekou Wright, Mr. Money. What is it? Money fanatic. Wait a minute. Do I have it here? Sekou Wright's Mr. Get Rich 101. You can definitely follow him at Sekou Wright's page. But where his new nickname is Money. Help me, Sekou. He's on Facebook, Instagram at Sekou Wright's page. And then also join our community on School. It is I Am a Bad Boob at Being Physically and Fiscally fit. Trina joined recently. We are building this community so that we can empower and be empowered to get ourselves from where we are financially to where it is we will be. And we plan on bringing a lot of people with us. So have an amazing one, and I will see you on the other side. I bid you peace, love, prosperity, possibility, positivity, joy, abundance, excellent health, and love. Not just for today, not even for the rest of this week or the rest of 2024, but for your entire life. I'm out. Peace.